Hello, can you turn your phone down a little bit? Because I know you want to sell me taxis, so you will just go, yeah, bus station, but then I get to bus station and then what? See, this is the difference. Vietnam blasts adverts at you all flight, really loud, really tacky on a screen, loud, horrible. Cambodian Airlines plays classical music. I'm really starting to see the difference. So that flight was horrendous. It was only an hour long, thank God. But these LED lights are just shocking. Now they switched them off after the first 5 minutes, and then we hit turbulence, so they switched them back on. And the turbulence made me feel so sick, and it was nothing, like it was really mild. And it just makes me think, how am I going to do this sleeper bus? For those that watched the first leg of this 48-hour border run, I did a 4-hour mountain road trip from Dalat to Nha Trang, and that was in the daylight, looking out the windscreen, and I thought I was going to throw up twice. So doing it in the dark with no windscreen is on potentially a massive bus with 38 other people is just going to be horrendous. I'm dreading it. I'm absolutely dreading it. I really suffer with travel sickness, so I think it's going to be very likely that I throw up on this bus, and we'll find out together because it's all going to be in this episode. Oh, I'm stuck. Thank you. Goodbye. Just in case you didn't see the last episode, look how dinky this little plane is, and the stairs are part of the plane. Oh my God, I've done it again. I don't believe it. Sorry. What a fucking spastard. Why are you watching this spastard? But yes, one last look at the tiniest plane you could ever imagine flying on. So you know what? This horrendous 48-hour border run hasn't been too bad. To say I dreaded it for 2 weeks and it made me feel sick for 2 weeks, it's not been too bad. Now admittedly we have got the worst 2 bits coming up now. We've got immigration, which isn't going to be a problem. I know it's not going to be a problem, but as a YouTuber you're always, and you've been in a country for a while and you're authentic and honest and real, you're always a little bit worried because obviously, you know, members of authority tend to not be very conscious, and then you've got the whole just different culture thing. So you know, one of my videos could have upset someone, and there could be a mark on me saying don't let this twat back in the country. So I very much doubt it. I'm still a tiny YouTuber and I don't think I've done anything bad, but you know, you've always just got that slight worry. So we're going to get through immigration, and then we've got the sleeper bus. Basically I'm just going to get so there's two options. There's the one that would be best for YouTube but worse for me, and that's the kind of famous Vietnam sleeper bus, Futa, sleeper bus, Futa I think they're called. They're like 2 decks with 38 beds I think, like horrendous. Or I could get the company that I use, the limousine company that I used from Dalat to Nha Trang, which is twice as expensive, gets there faster, only has 8 people in it but you can't lie down, but really nice seats. I'm basically just going to get whichever one leaves first. I really hope for my sake it's the limousine company, but I kind of, as a YouTuber, kind of want it to be the Futa sleeper bus. Let's find out. The cattle have arrived! Obviously all the retards choose the escalator. Yeah, real people just walk up the stairs and do it faster. However, it's all irrelevant because we're all just going to be waiting at the bag carousel anyway. I'll never forget when I was totally manic, just mental, and I was travelling with a partner at the time, and I was just obsessed with getting off the plane as fast. Honestly, I used to be the total opposite of what I am now. Like, first off the plane, first to the baggage, even though you all wait anyway. And my partner at the time didn't want to do the same because he wasn't as insane as me. And I remember throwing his passport at him and being like, fine, I'll see you later, and just stuff. I don't know how anyone ever dated me. And now I'm just too fucking conscious to date anyone. Can you imagine that? No, you can't, can you? Because you're retarded. Okay, let's get back into Vietnam. So actually, I've just remembered why I did used to be so manic. Like, have you seen, I don't want to look and I don't want to point the camera that way, but how massive those queues are. Now, I got there before all that started. I got there with one single file, well, lots of single files, each with about 50 people, like 10 different lines. And all the, like, you know, the walkie lines they make you do. I'm too tired to think what it's called, but you know where you have to walk through all those fucking cords that are always empty. Well, they were empty, and now they are full. So that's where I used to run through, I've just remembered. But still, it was ridiculous. And the other thing, there was a bit of a panic, so there was absolutely no issue with the immigration officer at all. He was like, how long are you here for? I was like, 45 days, and he was like, stamp. But when I was in the queue, I saw lots of people with QR codes, and they were handing them to the immigration officer. I thought, what the fuck's that? So I got an AI and it said, yeah, it's a new thing, only in Ho Chi Minh. They haven't done it in Hanoi yet or any of the others yet. But in Ho Chi Minh, they are like what I did in Cambodia, basically, just getting you to fill in some basic information. And that's how you have to show that to the immigration officer. So I just said, I'm going to skip it. I'm 10 people from the migration officer now. I'm not doing that. And they said, okay, but here's a bit of advice. They will not let you through. So then I was like, okay, give me the link. Started trying to fill it in, and it was asking me like what my visa number is, and I was like, well, I haven't got a visa yet. Like, so I just went up to the desk thinking, I'm gonna get sent to the back of that queue. Which honestly, now if you're at the back of that queue, it's at least, I was gonna say an hour and a half, but I reckon 2 hours. So I was just thinking, shit. Bearing in mind, you know, I've been traveling for 24 hours now. I mean, I left the house 36 hours ago. So yeah. Anyway, no problem. How long do you want? Stamp. Oh god, it's so good having a British passport. But of course, that's all going to change when all the new people with British passports start coming to places like this and just start, you know, behaving like they do, or not behaving, as it were. And then they're going to start questioning whether they should be giving visa-free arrivals to British people, because British people no longer look like this and behave like you would expect a British person to do. Funnily enough, now they behave like an African or a fucking Muslim. It's very, very different. You know, I am actually really tired. I was just like looking at this massive screen trying to work out which carousel to go to. And I was just like, I remember there was a staff member next to me and he could just see that I had no chance. I couldn't even take it in. He goes, where did you come from, sir? I looked at him and went, I don't know. It took me about 5 seconds, and I was like, oh yeah, Phnom Penh. And then he said it properly, which is something like well, I can't do it obviously because I'm a retard. And he said number 1. So we're off to number 1 now. Okay, now. Can you hear it? I don't think you'll be able to, but you might be able to. It's so loud. There's a guy on that tray over there with his phone, so loud. You know, when I was in the Vietnam, in the Cambodia visa queue, and I think he was a French dude, like just playing shorts out of his phone in the other queue, and you saw how open and gorgeous that space was. Like, it just went through the whole space. Can you hear it? Oh my god, that's coming from someone's phone. And they're 20 meters away from me, and he's like this with it. Oh my god, like honestly, as much as I can't imagine traveling without AI and a mobile phone, they're just the worst things ever. I mean, they're going to be used to enslave us, obviously. And, you know, they're normalizing the chip. You know, like, I've been having to fill in loads of captures recently, like, and they're impossible. Like, they're really difficult. The amount of information you need to give now just to get into your fucking email or something ridiculous. But, like, these captures, you know why they're so annoying, don't you? They don't need to be that annoying. It's so that you will accept a digital ID. They're making it so fucking abhorrent, and, like, you know, they're making out that, oh, we need all this security, you've got to do all these fucking things, and then here's the capture that you can't even fucking read and tell what it fucking says, let alone retype it in. to the point where people will just be like, alright, just give me the fucking digital ID if I don't have to do this fucking capture shit. That's why they do it. But honestly, like, so anyway, even forgetting all the whole, you know, small hat enslavement thing, just the noise that we live in now because of mobile phones. I mean, not to mention, like, the fact that everyone's a zombie, but, you know, I don't care about that because everyone's retarded anyway as far as I'm concerned. But the fact that I have to listen to this fucking noise and I have to look at people in fucking nappies, like, I mean, I'm at the point where that doesn't even really bother me anymore, you know. It used to bother me when I used to think there was some chance of some sort of awakening, but now I've, like, just, you know, accepted that everyone's retarded and they're always going to be retarded. That doesn't bother me too much, but that... Oh. I am so close to going up to him and asking him to turn it down, but the thing is, in this country, in this culture, it's totally normal. It's totally normal. I think he'd be gone out that I was even asking him to not play horrendous, horrible music out of his phone in a public space. Like, I think he'd be shocked. This is why I want to move to Laos, because in Laos that is not normal. And probably ultimately Japan, because in Japan, if you do that in Japan, you know, you just can't do that in Japan. And I've never been, but I've watched enough videos about it and their culture to just know that you can't even do this in Japan. You can't speak in Japan, basically. Which suits me so well. Well, we'll see. You know, I'm sure there'll be plenty of situations where I get people looking at me and I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I'm being too alive for Japan. But in general, you know, I just want to be around dead people, which I think is basically, you know, they're so suppressed they're basically dead. But there's also loads of beauty to it as well. Like, there really is a beautiful culture, and you know, like how they clean football stadiums after they leave, and, like, you know, everything's a paradox. Everything's light and shadow. But, you know, you can't just say that it's all beautiful and it's all culture, because it's also serious suppression. But, you know, I'm so up for living in a suppressed society because I don't really have to be part of these societies. It's not like I get involved, as long as I don't break any laws and, you know, keep myself to myself, essentially. Then it's so different, you know, like, people say, oh, you're in a communist country. I mean, one, Vietnam's only communist on paper. It's not really communist from what I can see and from what I hear. But even if it is, it doesn't matter to me. Like, I'm not part of it. I'm just enjoying the sun and the cheap food and the cost of living, you know. So yeah, I don't think it would really bother me that Japan is super suppressed. I think I'd just be like, oh, it's so quiet. I love it. I love that I'm on a train or an aeroplane and no one's saying a word. But I've got to get to $3,000 a month to live in Japan. This month I'm on course to earn about $1,200 or $1,300, but I've worked hard, so I've not got my main channel at the moment, and maybe never again. So I've posted every day for 3 weeks on this channel and my other channel, The Broken Mirror, or maybe Tom Gray to Expat now. I might have changed it. And yeah, just with those two channels, I posted every day, and I reckon I'm on course for about 1,200 this month. So yeah, I basically need to triple what I'm doing now to be able to live in Japan. So please help me with that by liking, commenting, subscribing, hyping, sharing, all the good stuff. And there's even Buy Me a Coffee and Patreon below if you really want to help. But you don't need to, just interact with the fucking video, yeah? Yeah? Just give something back. Don't fucking take. What does my favourite shaman say? Be an antennae. I can't remember, but he basically talks, so he runs these peyote ceremonies and everyone sings in them. Well, the established people who aren't completely broken sings in them, and then the broken new people turn up and they're just like spazzing out and like listening, and then eventually, well, like when you go to your 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, obviously it's different for everyone. For me it was about 10 because I was fucked. You start contributing, you start singing, and the shaman really encourages that, and like he says it way better than this, but he talks about, like, you know, be a giver, not a taker. He talks about antennae and receivers, and yeah, he words it so well about, you know, like what we're here to learn in this peyote ceremony is to, you know, stand up and give. Anyway, that was a bit of a tangent. I don't know if any of you are interested in beauty, like. Ooh. I'm doing it, man. I'm doing it. I just can't. It's just fucking ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. Hello, can you turn your phone down a little bit? I just got this phone. I don't know if you saw, it just goes. Twat. Fucking disgusting. Don't understand how anyone in that situation, like, how does, unless he's deaf, like, how does anyone need or want, and I appreciate, you know, these people are completely numb, so they need, like, high stimulation, but why would you want it to be that loud right in your face? And how can you be so shameless? And this is coming from someone who doesn't really do shame, but like so shameless that, you know, you would play your phone so loud in public and then somebody would mention it and you'd just wave them away, man. For me, I mean, possession isn't that big a deal. Like, there'll be people watching this who's like, oh my god, what's he talking about, possession? Oh my god, that's mental. Like, you know, for me, that's just how this world works. And I think everyone's possessed. I think I've got a bit of possession. Like, I think everyone, you know, is shadow and light. Like, everyone has a bit of, you know, if you're not aware of demonic possession, then you're definitely demonically possessed, 100%. That guy is demonically possessed. Like, there's just no two ways about it. Like, no one can behave like that unless there's like fucking just evil in there. It's not even evil. Like, yeah, there's no point me going into it on this channel. If you're interested in that shit, then check out my other channel. God, I was just about to say I need to go and ask someone. I'm getting worried about my bag. I've just been sat YouTubing in the corner, and you know, kind of like thinking, oh, this is good because I'm getting some stuff done, but also thinking like, where the fuck's my bag? Oh, hello. So that was probably there before I even fucking arrived. So I've just sat here for an hour waiting for my bag that was already here. Have to, you know, it's only like I've been travelling for 48 hours. Alright, let's go and get the sleeper bus from hell. It really is unbelievable. And all the YouTubing I was doing was absolutely meaningless. Like, I could have done it all tomorrow. Because it turns out that video, even though the circle's completed, is stuck on 58%. Which means it's never going to load now and I'll just have to do it again tomorrow. So yeah, it was all a complete waste of an hour. But it's done now. And let's just move on and get on with life. We'll be in Dalat in 8 or 10 hours or so. Oh, I just can't wait. I just can't wait for this to be over. Like I say, it really hasn't actually been that bad. But I can't wait for it to be over. And if there is going to be a bad bit, it's this next 8 hours. I need a... Thank you. Where do I go for sleeper bus?
Outside, turn right upstairs.
Thank you so much. Wow, I know I'm a pretty cool dude, but this is a bit excessive. Oh, that wasn't funny at all, was it? But yeah, look at all these Vietnamese people waiting for family and friends. Oh my goodness. So needless to say, AI made it sound really easy, like I could just walk up to one of the desks, but I mean, where the fuck do you go for a sleeper bus? I mean, she said down here to the right, but I think she's just telling me like where the standard buses are, you know? And my SIM card isn't working either, so I'm fucked. So, oh god, I'm so tired. I want a sleeper bus to DALAT.
The bus, sir.
Yeah.
This one?
That's not gonna go to Dalat.
The bus will come out tomorrow, 5 a.m.
No, I don't think that's true.
This one you can check.
What do you mean?
This one you can check.
Check what?
This one column blue, right? The bus column blue.
Yeah, that's not what I want. I want a sleeper bus.
Yeah, 14 kilometers.
Sorry?
14 kilometers.
What is? Can you finish a sentence or? You're not helping me.
Futa bus, Đà Lạt đúng không?
Yes, but I can't just trust you. I'm not paying for a taxi unless I know I can get a bus. You know, like which bus? You know, like how do I know? You understand? Because I know you want to sell me taxis, so you will just go, yeah, bus station. But then I get to bus station and then what?
Bus station.
You go to Đà Lạt.
I want to go to Dalat. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And no. And now I can talk for the driver. Pick up you. You go to the bus station and you buy the ticket from bus station and you go to the Đà Lạt.
So you can't buy a ticket here.
No. This is not on. Not here. Just a taxi. No. Have
Okay. But how? Oh my God. Okay, let's try that. What's this? So
this is the bus from go to Đà Lạt. This is the price for the ticket Vietnam money.
So that's going to leave at 3 o'clock this morning.
Yeah.
That's a long time. There isn't one before that?
No, this is the first bus.
You're joking. So that's a sleeper bus, is it?
Yes, sleeper bus.
Fucking hell, 3 in the morning. Okay, let me think. Let me see if I can find one a bit sooner because that's a long time. But
Or you need a taxi go to Đà Lạt.
sorry,
Or you need a taxi go to Đà Lạt.
go to Dalat in a taxi. Well, that's going to be very expensive, isn't it?
Yeah, because this is you want to go now. You need a taxi go to Đà Lạt. Or another you can wait. You go to the bus station. You go to Đà Lạt.
Bến xe miền Đông mới á, bến xe miền Đông mới nó chỉ trung chuyển đó nè.
You see, when I looked on the internet, it said they were every hour, all the time, no problem. No, is that not true? Oh God! All right, let me just see what I can find.
Okay.
Oh, look, she's found one at 12:30. Yeah. Okay, good.
Một taxi.
Yeah, but how do I book? You show me how to book. If I can
Làm thế
book
nào để
this
book
and then
đó
I
hả?
get taxi.
Cái mày nói là-
You go to the bus station and you buy for the ticket from the
Oh, you can't book online.
the driver me help you buy the ticket from the bus go to Đà Lạt.
Okay, and how much are you gonna charge for a bus, for a taxi?
350,000 Việt Nam đồng.
250.
350,000 Việt Nam đồng. Total free ticket em.
And where's the bus station?
Nó hết mẹ.
miền Tây nó sao đâu.
So I'm just saying I'll pay 350 if they will.
Okay.
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 Thank you.
Ờ.
Okay, let's go now.
Ok, con nào?
Right, fine. So yeah, basically said I'll pay the 350 if your driver buys me a ticket on the bus. Okay, but I pay once he gets me the ticket, yes? He
Yeah.
has to help me with the ticket. And it's going to be that.
I told you the driver me buy the ticket.
That's
with you.
12:31, yeah? Okay, let's go. Alright, cheers, mate.
TikTok or
YouTube, TikTok. YouTube.
YouTube. Oh, show
Yeah.
me the channel for you.
English refugee.
Let me
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Fucking hell, she's well keen, this one. She's halfway to Dalat with me fucking trolley.
tomorrow.
So if I did this myself using a Grab, I could save £3, and I'm like getting so stressed out about it. And then I'm like, Tom, it's £3. Like, what are you doing? Just let these people help you. Pay them £3 commission for the help. You know, I used the word scam at one point. I don't know if it was on camera, I can't remember, but I said to him, no, it's a scam, man, like, it's way more, and he got really upset by that. And I did apologise, and you can see, like, he's fine by the end of it. But, yeah, no, it's not a scam, it's a really good service that you just pay £3 for, like, deal with it, Tom. Oh yeah, this is so good. She's got the bus on her phone, she's going to tell him, book a ticket for this bus, because this guy's too retarded to do it himself.
Anh chở nó vô chỗ bến xe miền Tây cho cái chỗ nó mua vé đi Đà Lạt giùm em nha.
Bến xe miền Tây à?
Đúng rồi.
So he
Đây là
knows.
anh có bến xe miền Đông cũ anh biết
Don't
chỗ
get
không?
involved, Tom. Trust them. Trust them.
Ý
Không biết đi
là,
Đà Lạt đi miền Đông chứ.
tại vì hôm bữa là thằng Bảy nó chở ra bến xe miền Đông cũ xong rồi từ bến xe miền Đông.
So guys, you'll be glad to know, judging by the price of a bus, it's cheap. it's the actual sleeper bus. It's gonna be hell. Okay, thank you for your help. So, oh wow, this is quite nice. You know, that is so Vietnam. You know, so really helpful, really friendly. The minute you've done the deal and they've done their bit, like she did everything she needed to do, don't get me wrong, she's done everything, but then they say thank you without even looking at you, which, you know, she works in an airport on a taxi desk, of course, I'm just a fucking number to her, I totally get that. But that is, that's Vietnam. Whereas Cambodia, I think isn't quite like that. When they say thank you, they're bowing and they're making eye contact, and it all just feels much more just like they're happy to see you rather than, you know, just make money off you. But I'm not knocking that that's how it is here, because, you know, after our experience with immigration, not that, you know, obviously travellers and expats are very different to economic raping migrants, who get given passports within like 2 years, which you can never get out here. So yeah, there's no comparison at all, but I would sooner headbutt one of the migrants that comes to England than help them, so I'm very grateful for all the help that these people offer. Just driving on these streets of Ho Chi Minh late at night, what occurs to me, a realisation, you know, I'm very rarely out at night, and I probably like realised this before, but just never really thought about it. You know what you never see any of in Southeast Asia? Homeless people. They don't exist. I think there's a few reasons for that. I think the main one being that it's a homogenous society. Like, they really care about each other and look after each other. You know, there's a big culture here of, you know, feeding other people, inviting people into your home. Families stay together, you know, they're not brainwashed. You know, there'll be some in the big cities like here that are brainwashed into sending your child to indoctrination camp, university, to get completely programmed into woke retardation. You know, that's only going to be the very rich people here. It's funny, isn't it, how actually being rich, you know, leads you to fucking being a robot in most cases. But yeah, there's just none of it here. So I think it's mainly because there isn't this culture of, you know, separation. You go to uni, you leave home. You know, people aren't revolted by the idea of living with their family like we are, and certainly I would be. You know, as much as I love my parents and respect my parents, oh my god, I can't stand living with them. Like, it's just the worst, and it's awful for them as well. Like, just horrendous. I mean, yeah, it's just horrendous. It's horrendous. So, you know, these people don't live like me and my parents. We live in completely different worlds. Like, they, you know, they're woke-tards. They're lovely, and they're not like fucking standing around with signs saying refugees welcome here. Like, they don't get involved in any of it. They just, you know, watch the TV and they're programmed. So it's just impossible. But the people here, they all live in the same world. Like, none of them are, you know, particularly critically thinking, and they don't need to. They don't need to worry about it because they haven't got a tyrannical government. Like, they haven't got a, you know, I'm sure like any government there's going to be a few self-serving people in there, but what I can say 100% no doubt is the people in governments in Southeast Asia love their country. They're definitely not trying to destroy their country like our, I mean, they're not even our governments, you know, they're just puppet shows controlled by small hands. So, and they are clearly actively destroying their own countries. Like, no, definitely not out here. Like, they are actively trying to improve their countries. And of course, you'd never get the situation where hotels would be going to Africa. I mean, they just don't let Africans in. You know, it's really that simple. They don't let anyone from Pakistan in either. You don't see that many Indians. I mean, there were a few in the airport, but, you know, like 10. So they don't let the crap in, and if they do, they definitely don't pay for their, or even the good ones that they let in, they don't pay for their hotels, and they charge you a monthly visa fee, and they send you fucking all the way to Cambodia every 3 months, you spend loads of money and it makes it hard for you to come back and all this sort of thing. I don't know why they do it, to be honest. But the next video is going to be all about that. It's going to be about how much this whole trip has cost me and why I think they do it and what I think would be a better idea. I'm not saying that is the case, because obviously I'm just some fucking white dude in a culture that he has no idea what's going on and probably is missing all the reasons that they do it. Oh my god, I think that's one of these buses. I think this is what I'm about to get on, you know. This fucking great big horrible double decker thing. Oh my god, it's going to be fucking horrendous. It's going to be absolutely horrendous. I'm really scared of getting either one on the top there or... I mean, I can't take a room at the back. It has to be. Oh my god, what if I'm doing that? I'm just going to throw up everywhere. I'm just going to throw up everywhere. I just have to accept I'm going to be sick. And that's okay. But it is like, you know, you start sweating and like almost passing out. I mean, it's just fucking horrible. Yeah, that is definitely one of the buses that I'm about to get on, because we've just pulled into this place, which is clearly the bus station. Oh my god, Futa, there it is. This is the famous hell bus. Oh fucking hell. Okay, so this is where we find out if this guy's going to help me with the ticket. I think he will. I really, you know, I really trust the woman and the guy.
Okay.
Okay. You help ticket? You help me? Oh, fuck.
Đi Đà Lạt.
Yeah, the whole deal was you were going to help me. Oh, here he is, look, here he is. Looks like he's helping.
Đi Đà Lạt đấy.
Đà Lạt, yeah? Yeah, okay, thank you.